We were all going for it. The power was being pretty much constant, pretty much full gas. There was no time for zone 2, there was no time for recover, and definitely no time for zone 1. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kawisi and I'm the Cycling Minister. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're regular, welcome back. Please consider like, subscribe and share. Anyway, let's get into this race. So today's route is the Fan Flat in Richmond. I call it the Pan Flat. It is a complete flat route. If you're a heavy rider with big power, this will be something that you will love. This is a route that you will love. As for me, I'm somewhere in the middle, but I believe this type of route, they are my routes. However, I didn't execute this race reason well. Perhaps because from the minute we start, it's been full gas. It's no letting up. There's no zone 2, it's either zone 3, zone 4, or even zone 5. In this race, I don't think no one was giving anybody a chance for a break. Everyone was just full gas heading for the line. And knowing me, if I'm at the bunch, if I'm near to the finish line with the bunch, I'm not going to get a result because I definitely have no sprint in my legs. So coming in this race, I was hoping for a breakaway. I was hoping to get away with a group in the front, but they didn't give us a chance. Anyway, let's break this race down and let's get into it. Please, as I said, if you enjoy my content, remember, like, subscribe and share. Anyway, let's get into this race. So as I came into this race, I must say I was well rested and I was pretty confident. I believe that my fitness have risen a lot. My FTP, I believe, have gone up due to my consistent training. I think my training has paid off. So coming to this race again, I was pretty confident. It's a flat route. I was eager for a breakaway. I find myself on the front a few times. Again, I was trying to initiate a break so I can go in a break and maybe even help or just sit on somebody's wheel and hopefully we can ride into the end. But yeah, nothing much happened up until the first 5 minutes. I think my average power was somewhere around 280 something. I think at one point it rise to 285. There was no letting up and there was no break at this point. So 5 minutes in and we are still together. You know, to be honest, at this point I was still surprised. I thought that this would have been one of those typical race where everybody start hard, and eventually everybody begin to back off. But everybody was just still going hard, and maybe it wasn't there. Maybe it was hard for me, considering that I'm a C car, a cat C rider, and this one was a cat B group. But I should have been able to still, stick with these guys. So I thought that, okay, then they're gonna go hard and then eventually ease up. We're gonna take it easy and then eventually have a bunch sprint at the end, or maybe somebody's gonna try a breakaway. But I didn't expect everybody to just be hard and constantly under power. No time for easing up, no time for a break, no time to even take a sip of water. just over 2 laps completed. 15 minutes in, we still under power, we still going. However, my heart rate, I wouldn't say is high. I think it's somewhere in threshold at this moment. My legs were still feeling great. As I was riding, I was looking at the power that I'm averaging, and since so far I'm averaging roughly my FTP. However, with these quick races or short races or Zwift races, I don't think FTP really comes into play, because FTP is best when you're holding a constant power, not when you're constantly yo-yoing up and down. Zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, zone 6, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, zone 6, and especially when you don't have no time to go in zone 2, no time to recover. So I believe that FTP come into play if you hold a constant, steady power, steady watt. But with this one, is threshold, VO2, threshold, VO2, and even anaerobic at times. So it's eating up that that power that you'd have to store to last you longer. You're taking a big chunk out of what you should have stored to last you much longer. So I realize that don't look at your FTP. It doesn't really come into play. Just ride with confidence, ride positive, or just ride according to how you feel, or just stretch yourself, push yourself, because FTP definitely doesn't come into play. Yes, FTP is still important because it helps you to put a number, so when you're training, you have something to train towards. But I don't think that FTP is the be all end all. However, I'm not saying that it's not important. So up until this point, we were still together. You know, all those attacks failed. They couldn't separate the men from the boy. We were all men in this race. We were all going for it. The power was being pretty much constant, pretty much full gas. There was no time for zone 2, there was no time for recover, and definitely no time for zone 1. Normally, I thought, as I mentioned, this would be in a race where everybody just sit up and then hopefully at the end we all go for it. But right here, you can see those two who are at the front. I was totally buried and I couldn't see what was going on, especially when people start to use their air boots and all that. I couldn't see what was going on. I didn't realize that two guys, I believe, broke off the front, and this is exactly what I wanted, but not to be left behind, because I knew that I wouldn't have the leg for sprinting, considering that I've already exerted so much energy. I'm exactly what I wanted to happen, except I wasn't a part of that race, because I knew if I went with them, I would have finished with them. I knew that they wouldn't have been able to drop me. Anyway, no one wanted to chase. I move up here just in case somebody decide to bridge over or to be on their wheel, but no one wanted to. So we just here riding. I'm still at putting out a lot of power, 5 watts per kilo, 5.2 watts per kilo, and all that. And those maximum effort that I'm doing are those anaerobic or neuromuscular effort that I'm doing. It eating my energy out my legs, so it's taking out everything that I have to sprint for the finish. So you see the after front, 1 mile to go. At this point, I already knew that I'm not in it for the sprint. By this time, I started to identify or come to terms the type of rider that I am. I realized that, okay then, you're not a sprinter, but what I can do, I can hold a certain amount of power for an extended period of time. But as soon as I start to eat up into that glycogen, eat up into that zone 2, zone 5, that's it for me. I would have nothing left in the sprint. I already knew in my head that I wasn't going to make the sprint. I knew I was going to make the podium, but I said that if I can at least stay with this group and rolling with them, then let's see what I can do. Because at this time, even though I was hurting, my mind was willing, but I didn't have the strength. I did not have the energy. However, it is my best way so far, and I was still enjoying the race because I was looking at my power number, and I haven't put out this power for a long while, so it seems like I'm getting back to somewhere near to my best. So I know not long to go for the sprint. Those two who went off the front, they're already gone. I was hoping to get top 10, but I can see my chance dwindling. Here I just didn't have anything left in the leg for the sprint. As I said, I believe that I'm not the type of rider that I am. I can hold a VO2 max effort for a sustained or a good amount of time, but when it comes on to the big sprint at the end, I don't have it. Maybe, you see, now we decided to go for the sprint, but I realized that I don't have it, so I pretty much just gave up. But I didn't give up. I didn't have anything to give. Plan to just maintain the power. So I said, let me see and check if I can get my average to 280 watts for the whole ride, but I just didn't have it in my leg. This time, I wasn't even sprinting for any position. I was just sprinting to get over the line so I could just get this race over and done with. And so far, yeah, this one said I came 16. But over my Zwift power, it said I came 14. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And also have a next race, which I did straight after this one, or 20 minutes after this one. That one is coming up. Anyway, I will see you in the next one.